Okay, another video from me, who makes videos for me, who has 0 subscribers and 0 views, and I make these videos just because I enjoy doing it, because I have fun doing it, and I kind of like the whole process of doing it, so that's why I do it. So anyway, my title for this video, for you vapors, how many vapes do you guys have? And I just kind of wanted to compare myself with some of the people out there who might actually watch this to see if I'm just a total oddball. I mean, I can imagine, some of these dudes who make, videos for a living, there's a ton of them out there. They probably got 500 mods. They probably got every mod that's ever been made, and probably some that aren't even available to the public yet, and they probably can't even, I don't even know where the hell they store them all. They got so many. But I'm not counting dudes like that. I'm counting normal dudes. How many mods and tanks do you have? How many RDAs you have? I have 7. And I'm right like on the verge of calling that excessive. Some people might say, shit, 7 ain't nothing, man. I got like 30 of them things. And I have a different juice in every one, and I play with them. And so I'm going to take some time, and I'm going to start, bringing some of these out. I'm going to take this one out first. This is the P3, the Smock P3. Let me turn it on. Hopefully you can see the display. See, it's got a pretty nice display on it. I don't have an Apple camera, so my camera could be a hell of a lot better than it is. I can't afford an Apple product, so I'm settled for Android. But anyway, this is a real good mod, man. This holds 9 mils of juice, and this is what you call a monster, man. And again, I'll say, excuse my hands because I have tremors, so I try to do my best to keep my hands still. But this is a good mod. This is heavy. This is like a battle tank, man. And 9 mils of juice. Holy shit. I don't know of any other mods that hold 9 mils of juice. And you can see... Oh, damn, am I actually showing... Can I actually get up close enough to show? See, that's the problem with this. That's the problem with this, tank. Let me get over here. You see, the shit's just not clear. I don't know how good that's shown, but that's 100 watts. 100 fucking watts. This is a juice in here called Peace, P-E-A-C-E. And if you like I'm going to stick them over here as I go through them. If you like a New York cheesecake vape, then this is right up your alley, because this is about as New York cheesecake as you can get. It's like almost to the point of me not vaping it very much, because it's like vaping sour milk almost. I mean, this is definitely, it's supposed to have strawberry and other shit in it. I don't taste none of that stuff, man. All I taste is the cheesecake. And it's just, like I said, it's not bad. And I do still vape it. It's not like I've dumped it or anything. And, but it's different. It's definitely different. If you're after sweetness, this isn't the one for you, because this one's more like I said, it's more New York cheesecake than any other New York cheesecake I've ever tasted. I have two other cheesecake based vape. One of them, both made by Casitos. One of them's a guava and one of them's a strawberry. I'll pull those out right now. This one's a Sinuous V200 made by Wismec. You can see it's kind of you can see the batteries through the deal. It's pretty cool. It's got a Crown 3 tank on it, and I have strawberry. I have strawberry in this particular one, and I rather like it. And it's kind of funny because I tried this stuff in a Falcon 2, and I don't know what the hell the deal was, but I just didn't like it. I tasted it, and I said, no, this is another just wasted bottle of juice. And all you guys out there who vape, you probably got as many bottles of juice that you'll never vape as juice that you vape. And I vaped this at, if I can show it, I vaped it at 70 watts. It takes rather considerable amount of power to bring the taste out of this. Tried vaping it lower than that, and I really like it. I can really taste the strawberry. I don't taste the cheesecake. Let me go back to here again. I don't taste the cheesecake, but I taste the strawberry. And the other one is this one. And this is on an Anakin Atlas mod. And if you notice, I also vape this one. Let's see if I can... This one will come through. Come on, man. I also vape this one 70 watts. This one's guava. I don't like it as much as I do the strawberry. It's not that it's bad, but it's a different kind of a flavor. You never tasted guava before. It's different than most vapes that you're used to. And again, I can't taste the cheesecake. I can only taste the guava. I blame this shit on my taste buds, man. I'm getting up there in age. And I watch Wendy Vapes, who's one of my favorites, and she vapes most everything on an RDA, and I don't even own an RDA. She's talking me into getting one. I just gotta find the right one. I want to get something simple, maybe a single 18650 regulated mod with a single RDA on it, just for testing purposes, to test juice. And that big vape is the only thing I use it for, so I'm looking for one of those. I don't even know if one exists, man. I've seen her with one that looked really cool, and I asked her on it, could you please do a review on that vape you're holding? I haven't got a response from her. So, I still want to get an RDA just so I can say I have one, because I don't have one. These are some of my older ones. This is a Vapresso. I mentioned this before. This is a Crown 5 tank on a Vapresso, and you can see this rubberized coating. It's got a, see how small that is? Man, it wraps around your hand really good. And I have some, I think I'm vaping some, if I'm not mistaken, I'm vaping some strawberry in there. And so I'll put that right there. And the one thing I will say about that mod is, for some reason, it makes everything taste like syrup. Everything I vape through it tastes like syrup. It just adds a sweetness to it that's so overpowering. And I can't figure out why it's doing it. I don't know if it's just a characteristic of the vape. I'd like to hear from other people who have a Crown 5, because the Crown 3 doesn't do that. I can put the same juice in the Crown 3 and I can't even taste the sweetness in it. But yet I put that same juice in a Crown 5 and it's just sweet for days. I mean, it's so sweet that it just sitting in my mouth afterwards, and I have to sit there for a few minutes to get the sweetness out. And it's so sweet that I buy a naked vape, which is what they call an unflavored vape, and I actually cut it in half to get some of the sweetness out. And it's the only way I can tolerate it, because otherwise it's just too sweet for me. And not saying I don't like sweet, because I do like sweet. And in fact, some of these vapes I have aren't sweet enough. But I don't know what the deal is with these vapes. But I just wanted to hear your guys' experiences on these things, because the one thing I found out about vapes is every single tank has its own taste. You can put the same juice. I have 7 different fucking tanks. I can put the same juice in 7 tanks, and they taste different in every single one. It's hard to describe, man. Some are sweeter than others. Some are good in one and not good in another. For example, on this New York cheesecake, when I got this one, when I put this P4, I didn't like it. I put it in like a Falcon 2, and I just didn't like it. And I don't mind it in this. And this, for some reason, I like I said, I have to kick that sucker up to 100 watts, which still blows me away, because that's like, I don't vape anything at 100 watts. And for me to have to kick it up that high to be able to taste it, and of course, at 100 watts, you're going to take real short hits. And I actually taste it. It actually doesn't taste too shabby, so I just have to remember when I hit that one to hit it at a certain amount of time. One I'll hit 3-4 seconds, and this one I'll hit it 1 or 2 seconds. And that's just the way it is. And I just wondered if you guys are experiencing the same thing, or if I'm just one weird dude, man. Because I can't figure out how I have 7 tanks, and you can put 7 different juices in 7 tanks, and they'll taste 7 different ways. And maybe that's where an RDA comes in, where it's going to be true every single time. Because, changing juice in an RDA is time consuming. You got to drain the juice, you got to rinse it with water. Of course, you still got your coil in it that's going to have your little juice in it. So unless you're stocked up on coils where you don't care and you're going to put in a fresh coil for every time you change flavors, I don't do that. If that coil's good, I keep that coil as long as I can. In fact, the coils are surprising me that they're lasting as long as they are. So I'll just vape it, and it'll vape a certain taste, and then eventually it'll work itself out, and it'll start tasting like the flavor that I put in it. That's how I generally do it, but that's kind of a hassle. That's just not a good way to taste new juice. That's why I need to get me an RDA just for that purpose, just to try. I buy a new juice, and I say, I'm going to try this out and see what this tastes like. Because like I said, I'll make the mistake of putting it in one tank, and it'll taste good, and then I'll put it in another tank, and it'll taste crappy. And I do this switch back and forth thing, and I've just about got these where I want them, where I know what juice to put in each one. Here's another one I'll show you. I showed these before on a prior video. This is a G-Prev smock. Very nice. I vape a combination of strawberry custard and vanilla custard, like half and half. And this is what I vape in this, and of course I vape it at 70 watts because it seems like that's the power I need to get the taste out of it. And I love it. It tastes just great. Another one I got is, of course, one of my favorites, the Free Max. And I vape this also with the mix. I vape this with ice cream, which is spelled EYESCREAM. And I mix it half and half with vanilla custard. And it just has a delicious taste. This one tastes different than all the rest of them. That's probably why I like it, because it's a lot different than tasting a strawberry-based vape. Then you switch to something like this, and it tastes completely different. Same with this one. When you switch to a straight New York cheesecake, it's like, whoa. What a fucking difference. And then I taste this one, which I bought on my Wismec Rouleau RX5 with a Falcon 2. One of my favorite all-time tanks, holds 3 batteries. I got lucky on this one because I bought this separate through online. And I just went to the vape shop and I just picked a bottle of juice, and I didn't even know what I was picking, and it was called Phoenix Tears. Never tried it before. They said it had good reports, so I just said, hell with it. I'll buy it because I needed some juice. Turned out to be one of the best juices I have. Now I have about 5 bottles of it. And I juice it exclusively in this tank, because it just tastes good in this tank, and I'm not going to take a chance that I put it in another tank that it's not going to taste good in. So those are my 7 tanks. So like I said, I'm just wondering, am I a freak? Am I going way overboard by having 7 different vapes? Or is this like more of the norm, where a lot of you guys have way more than I got? And of course, I don't vape these things. One of the good things about having this many vapes is the coils last you longer, the batteries last you longer, because you're not on one vape all the time. I switch. I might vape one for a quarter of a day, and then I might switch to another one because I want a different flavor, and that really helps on the coil longevity and the battery life too. So there's a lot of benefits to having more than one. If you just had one, holy shit, man, you'd probably get burnt out on the juice quick. Your battery life and your coil life would go through the shit, because you're just vaping on one. So, but 7, like I said, 7, I wanted to see if people think that's excessive. I was almost going to sell 2 of these. Actually I was almost going to sell 3 of them. There was 4 of them that I was going to keep, that I knew were my favorites. And I said, I'm keeping these 4. I'm going to try to make like half my money back, because not only do I have these coils, but I have about 15 coils separately that I bought with each one of these, so I'd have plenty of extras. So I'm selling those too, because I'm just one of those guys, when I buy a tank, man, I buy a shitload of coils for it, because I don't like just having one coil or chances running out. So that's just how I do it. And so I got plenty. Let me show you something real quick. Let me show you this. Let me see if I can get you to see these. These are all my coils. There's nothing in here but friggin' coils. Look at this shit. Friggin' coils for days. For every mod I got, there's friggin' coils in here. So that shows you how prepared I am. they, they switched unflavored juice like they keep swearing they're gonna do, and I'm kind of ready. I'm kind of, I'm kind of like a prepper. I'm kind of like a vaping prepper, and it's like I don't have to worry about it for a while. They go to unflavored juice. That's gonna change everything, man. That's literally gonna change everything. Because vape and unflavored juice is just going to be a whole new ball of wax, man. Unless people actually get used to the taste of unflavored juice and actually start vaping it like normal and they just get used to it, maybe that'll happen. Or maybe they'll buy their own flavorings. Because you can't ban flavorings because flavorings are in everything you buy just about, so that could be what people are going to do too, buy their unflavored juices and then add their own flavorings to it to try to create Frankensteins, which that's what they're going to be. They're going to have to go online and get recipes. That shit never worked for me. I just sucked at it. Maybe there's some people that are really good at it. Wendy Vapes, she swears she makes a lot of juices and she probably makes good stuff. I couldn't do it for the life of me, man. I couldn't turn out a good juice, man, if it saved my life, man, and I'd follow directions to a T. So I just buy store-bought juices now, and that's one of the reasons why I still vape, because I go back to my so you see all my coils and all my mods. So my other question is, do you guys run across the same experience I run across where vapes taste different in different juices? And you actually have to pick a juice for a specific tank to get the best flavor out of it, and then once you get it, you stick with it? Because you put something else in it and you don't like it, but yet you put that same thing in another one and you like it? I just wondered if you guys run across that stuff, because I run across it all the time, man. I constantly fight with it. I had the Casitos guava and strawberry, and they're both New York cheesecake based. I was getting ready to throw both of those away. And Wendy Vapes, she vaped both of those on RDAs, and she swore by both of them. So it was like the best thing she ever had. And I'm just tasting them, and I'm just going, Jesus, Wendy, I don't know, my taste buds are sure different than yours, because this shit sucks. I just didn't like it. And yet, then, right at the last minute, when I was getting ready to throw this away, because I was almost going to sell 3 of these. And I had some jackoff who was... kept swearing he was going to buy these online, and he kept jacking me around, kept saying he was going to send me the money, and he never did. And I finally found out the dude had no interest in buying this shit. He was just stringing me along, and I don't know why he did it. Finally I told him, hell with it. I changed my mind. So the 3 extra ones that I had sitting in a box ready to ship him, I pulled them all out. And it was this one, and it was this one, it was the Sinuous, and it was the Atlas. Both got a nice texture on it. And the other one was this big old gargantuan, what I call this thing right here, this fucking gargantuan P3, which is a fucking gargantuan, man. This thing's like holding a hand grenade, man. I mean, this somebody's just heavier than shit. Meant for high power stuff because the coil is humongous. And I different juices that I can vape in every single one. And now I'm pretty afraid to switch juices because I'm afraid I'm going to screw everything up again. You know, when you got 7 mods, it's real easy to get confused in what you put in what. So I'm just wondering if you guys are experiencing that too, or is it just me? Is it just that I'm such a weird dude and my taste buds are that wongo that juices taste different in different mods? I really want to get an RDA so I can put that to the test because they should taste exactly the same in an RDA every single time. So that's my video for today. I just kind of wanted to show you my stuff and ask those questions. If I'm being excessive, and if I got too much shit, and if I need to sell some of the shit, I need to like get back to reality, or if I'm just a regular vapor dude. And a lot of you guys got a lot more shit than me. So anyway, that's about it for this video, man. Talk to you later.